This is the story of Derek and Eunice. They live in a 3-bedroom apartment and they're getting married 3 days from now, but they still haven't found a way to comfortably live together yet. This is Derek's space. He wants a functional office/game room. And this is their master bedroom closet. And all of their clothes are mixed up. They don't really know where their things are. And this is Eunice's room, which is coming along quite nicely, but there's still one change that we need to make. And this is their bedroom. And they told me that they actually rock, paper, scissors at night to see who has to sleep on the inside of the bed. So those are the challenges. Let's start. Open storage absolutely sucks, and this makeover proves that closed storage is what we all need in our spaces to bring a sense of calm. Look how good this looks. I love your closet transformation. Thank you so much for sharing. I like the word genuine here because on the Suitcase Designer, we try to showcase real people in their real situations. So I'm glad that that's something that you guys identify with. Thank you, as always, everyone, for commenting and sharing your projects with me. It means so much. And if you want to share any of those TSD projects, you can tag me on Instagram at the Suitcase Designer. Thank you, Dossier, for sponsoring today's video. And we have a coupon code for you as well. This is Derek's office, the middle bedroom of their apartment, and this is what it looked like the day that I arrived. It's not really an inviting space that you would want to hang out in after work. It's a little overwhelming with the amount of things that we have going on in this space, and there's a lot of different rooms going on in this one space. But immediately, hi Izzy, when I walked into this room, I knew what the problem was. What's most noticeable when you walk into Derek's room is that there's absolutely no storage in this place. There's no closets. There's no built-in shelving whatsoever. So I think that's the number one thing that we have to do for him is get all of this stuff off of the floor, and suddenly his room is going to feel so much bigger, less chaotic, and like a space that you actually want to hang out in. Challenge number 1 in Derek's space is to get everything off the floor. So that means we have to find him some type of shelving unit for the space. So I measured and we chose the biggest possible storage cabinet that we could for this space. We found it at IKEA, and I actually gave him 3 options of different storage units, and this was the one that he liked best. I really like what Derek chose. It's a massive cabinet with a lot of storage options, which is exactly what he needs in the space. So I asked Jackson to come help me build it, and that's what we're doing right here. So thank you, Jackson, for building for us. This is a shelving unit. We're still missing a couple of doors, but you can see it is massive. It's definitely going to work in this space. But in order to actually have a place to put the shelving unit, we had to start by clearing out some of the clutter and the chaos in Derek's space so that we'd actually have room for it. Okay.
You got burgers?
Got what?
You got burgers?
Okay, we'll just kind of lift it all the way in the corner. Ready?
It needs to go at least that far to pass the...
Oh, okay, it can go further.
That's good.
Let me just say, the problem that Derek is suffering from in his space is the same one that so many people suffer from, and that's that you want to fix your space, but it's just too overwhelming, so you don't even start. But if you know that paralysis is a problem, then even just starting a project can be a huge success. All projects are going to have their own unique starting place, but here's how I'm going to start Derek's project, and that's by first we're going to remove the things like skincare and clothes that don't belong here. We're getting those out. It's very important to think about what the purpose of this room is and get everything else out that doesn't belong there. And the second thing we're doing is adding this shelving unit to get stuff off the floor. Try and get all of this in here and all of this in there and all of this in here. Apple boxes. We all keep them because it's like Apple wants us to keep their sexy boxes. But then we keep them for no reason because we never use them ever again. So I'm just trying to get out little things like vacuum stuff and kitchen stuff. Move this to the kitchen because it shouldn't be in his space. And I'm trying to put some of the things that are taking up a large amount of floor space, I'm trying to put those in the cabinet. All of these bags were kind of mounted in the corner of his room, so I thought, let's just throw them up here. It's still functional for him, yet it's behind closed doors, so he doesn't have to see it. That corner already gone. Eunice, do you want the coffee table back in the living room for now?
Oh, should we do that? Oh, it doesn't scratch. I'll just put it.
You sure?
Yeah.
This Rovectin skincare box turned into smart.
Oh, yeah.
So right now I'm just kind of collecting things that I don't know what they are for them to go through later, but I'm trying to make it as small and as manageable of a box as possible so that he doesn't feel overwhelmed. Jackson's working with all the electronics. We're trying to organize and declutter Derek's space while he's away right now, and we're finding some very unique things from the 90s and 2000s.
Turn on.
It probably needs to be charged.
Wow, that's so cool. He has a. Oh, that's so cute.
A real live video camera from the 90s. Say hi, Eunice.
Hi.
Oh, it has a screen so you can see double.
Oh, nice. It's so
You
cute.
just need to charge it. Those are definitely from 2001.
If you get these from
We found. I was just wondering, do you need some toothpaste?
Oh, yes. Oh, that's too old. Okay, that's out.
We're gonna go through this with Eunice because I feel like, don't you think Derek might be overwhelmed by this?
Oh, yeah. And I think Derek is worse than me because I don't think he could throw anything out.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do it before he
Okay.
can say anything.
Can we just show them?
Yeah. Hey, Derek, I just wonder why you
What
keeping this moldy. This is go.
This is keep.
Oh, wait.
Keep.
Everything that's not a nice pen.
And then you can just. Oh, out.
Yeah, test. Look at all these box cutters.
Oh, it feels so good.
You're going too slow for me.
Oh.
She's going real slow. I'm getting like
Sorry.
50 for her one.
I'm sorry. Out. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, okay. I want to keep this.
She's so slow.
Okay, out. These are all out.
Let's pause for a dental exam. You have some gold teeth in there.
Bling, bling.
You guys, decluttering doesn't have to be boring. It's actually a lot more fun too if there's alcohol involved. I highly recommend that. We left this big pile of stuff that we didn't really know what it was. We left it in the middle of the floor for Derek to do and go through as homework. I put it in the middle of the floor so that he was forced to see it every time he walked into this room so that he would get it done. And his goal is to either declutter it or to make it fit on this shelf, and I will come back and organize it later for him. And I think it's really important that Derek is the one to kind of finish going through this declutter pile. And he was just at work at the moment. He has been helping out so much. So thank you, Derek. This is how we left it, but we actually came back a week later. And now a quick word from our sponsors at Dossier. It's a summertime. It's time for walking down the street, looking really cool, and it's also the season of getting real sweaty and stinky. And that's where Dossier Perfumes comes in to keep us smelling fresh all summer long. Dossier makes the same high quality fragrances that you love, but at a fraction of the price. And there is nothing that bothers me more than overpaying for a product. You can easily spend a few $100s on a bottle of perfume. Dossier can offer you the same high quality ingredients for a fraction of the price, and they come in these really cute bottles that are just so pretty to sit on your countertop. They make you feel fancy in the morning, or at least they do for me. This month I chose the Floriental Almond. It smells so good. I think this is my new favorite scent. I mean, look how cute these bottles are. They're constantly adding new scents to their collection. And did I tell you that you can get a bottle of perfume for only $29? You have so many different scents you can choose from. So this summer, you can either smell like an aromatic citrus fruit, or you could smell like Soul Summer Sweat. It's really up to you. Or if you want to get really fancy, you can take their scent quiz and you can choose a scent that matches your taste or your style. I'm going for a scent that says, no, I haven't been decluttering all day. Glossier is here to keep us all smelling fresh this summer season and through all of our decluttering marathons. And we have a special code for you today. If you use in all caps Suitcase Designer 10 at checkout, you can get an extra 10% off. So there's absolutely no reason for any of us to be smelling anything but fresh and desirable this summer. Be sure to use our code at checkout, Suitcase Designer 10, all caps. So here we are on day 2, and as you can see, Derek did his homework. He got rid of the stuff that he didn't need anymore, and now we're going to add the other essential pieces that his office is going to need, like a desk, which Jackson is starting out building for us. This is another piece that, because Derek had specific needs for his computers and gaming equipment, I made a list of some desks that I thought would work in the space, and he chose this one. This was the one that he liked the best. We're all trying to scramble right now to kind of put it all together because Derek is coming home soon from work. So this was another rug that he picked out, gave him some options. He liked this one the best. You know that finding a rug in Korea is definitely a struggle. So this was our best option. But I really like this rug, and I think having a lighter rug in a small room really helps to open the space up, especially because we have this dark furniture everywhere else in the space, and we'll be bringing in more soon. So this is the result of Derek's homework, so I still need to go through this in a little bit. I'm going to get it more organized. I don't think we need to do anything crazy in here or get it hyper organized like we did in Eunice's skincare room. We're just trying to group things together so that it's more manageable for him. And you can see I just already had these baskets that we'd found throughout the house, and we're going to just put everything in here. It works. I don't think you always need to go out and buy new baskets or containers for organizing. Use what you have if you can. Sometimes you can go buy it. Yeah, it makes sense. Also, Derek was drinking, I think, while he was organizing, and kept some really funky things. But I think in every single home I've gone to, the guys always keep all of the boxes. And I think my response to that is, are you really going to need these boxes one day? Are they going to make the real resale value that much higher? Probably not. Probably not. All right, this is the result of kind of roughly organizing his stuff for him. There's still some things that I'm not quite sure what it is, so I just did my best with what I had. And we actually don't have a lot of design pieces for his space, so we're just using items that he already had. And he actually is home from work now. He's right outside the door, and we're trying to put together this lamp that he also selected. Trying to put this together very quickly so that we can show him his space, because he's been so patient in us doing most of the other rooms before we got to his space. And one of his chairs didn't arrive that he picked out, but this one did. This is the desk chair that he also chose.
I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it. 이거 진짜 예쁘다.
이쁘다.
I like it. Thank you. 이거 무조건 이거 잭슨은 한 거야. 잭슨 아이디어, right? Yes. I know you. I know you.
Your blue chair will go here once it arrives.
That's perfect, right? With for your beer or whatever.
We have all of your stuff hiding in here now.
Oh.
So you have all of your glasses. Our goal with Derek's room wasn't to design some sort of finished and quirky room that Derek would like, but wouldn't actually be his. So for example, I could have put sports pictures up on the wall and bought him some sort of cheap office chair and some miscellaneous decor and other sports bar shit memorabilia, but that's not the point. The point of this is that this is a room that he can now manage. This is a room that he's excited about and possibly wear his pink fuzzy slippers in. And actually, he has plans for adding a projector over here and probably his gaming system, a projector that comes up out of the ground, it looks like. So This is a space that he can build onto, and that blue chair in the corner is not meant to be there. His nice chair that he picked out just didn't arrive in time for this video. I love his new space. In the beginning, it was very chaotic, and now he has a space that he can build on and really make his own and settle into and get all of his fun electronics and add to this space. But most importantly, he is happy with this space. Moving to the bedroom. And this is crazy. One day when I was busy working in the closets, I had to keep walking through the bedroom, and of course, I couldn't help but notice how the bed was shoved up against the wall. And I asked Eunice about it, and off camera she told me something really sad but also funny, and I made her say it again. What do you do at night for the bed?
SCX, or what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you guys do?
My audience can read.
Oh, it's PG.
What you said about the rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, so each, because I have really bad back, right?
Yeah.
So my bed is pushed to the wall. So each time I have to get up, if I don't sleep on the side of the bed, then
You have to crawl.
yeah, I literally have to crawl or roll my body. So we would sometimes do rock, scissors, paper because he wants to watch his little TV thingy on the side.
After she told me that, she had to go out for a quick work meeting, and Jackson and I took about 15 minutes this day to transform her space just by making one simple change. I knew that this would completely transform their entire life. Never ever underestimate the simple change of shifting your furniture pieces over, and one of my biggest pet peeves is to never have furniture that is cornered off in the wall. This was just a very simple functional change that we could make today. Remember, they're getting married in a matter of days, and we don't have time to do a full makeover in this space. But I still wanted to do something that would change their space for them, especially before they get married. And then Eunice came back from her meeting, and this was her initial reaction.
It looks like a new bedroom.
We just pushed it.
And we didn't even do it. Wow, it looks so nice.
You have room to what? You don't have to rock, paper, scissors anymore.
Vacuum too. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, babe.
Eunice is just telling me how now she can actually access the window right there, and she can air out the room in the morning. Before, they had to awkwardly get to the room and move their curtains around, and now she has complete access to it. But a week later, I came back and I was able to check in with Derek and Eunice and ask them how it was going with the new bedroom setup. How has the bed been? Do you rock, paper, scissors anymore?
No. It's been so good. Sometimes because he's playing PlayStation or working or whatever, I would sleep earlier. So it's so nice. I can just be on this side, I can be on this side. It really doesn't matter. We don't fight over it anymore on which side we're gonna sleep on. Just that little space made a whole difference. It works perfectly. And then that we could put it anywhere.
Yeah.
I watch it right there. We could watch it from here. We could watch it from on this side. So it's
And you don't have to scoot out of bed at night to go to the bathroom?
That was the worst. When I had to pee at night, I would literally roll. It's been one of the best choices that you've made for us.
Yeah, one thing I want to this one is the move to here to there.
Oh yeah, the stand.
iPad stand.
We can change more later, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how it was for you guys. And I think this small change is really going to go a long way in their daily lives by improving something that caused them a daily stress. Another very important issue to address for Derek and Eunice is closet separation. And I did a whole closet makeover episode last week, but this is all new footage here. What you see is Jackson and I moving these clothes bins out of Derek's office and into Eunice's space. And I can see why they were originally in Derek's office room in the first place, because it's his room and they had nowhere else for them to go. But now we've cleared space in Eunice's room. We have this whole dresser, the small dresser behind me that is empty for Derek's stuff to go in there. So I'm going to work on getting those organized for him. And getting things out of his closet so that we can make space in this room. It's just a big shuffling game that we're playing. But even though these things are going to be in Eunice's spare room, they're not going to be mixed in with all of her clothes. He has his own separate dresser. We might even move this to their bedroom later, but at least their clothing is separated.
Sports! I can't get this off my lap. Where did these clothes come from? Every time I come back, the clothes expand.
It's another one of those areas like the bed that you have to interact with it daily. And if there's even a small thing that's frustrating you, like a broken hanger or a broken door or a coat closet that is over cluttered, you're just going to have that little nagging piece of frustration every single day of your life until you fix it. And I totally recommend for couples or families to separate your clothes as much as possible. Even if you have a small space, get creative, because it is so nice whenever you don't have to bump into each other. And I'm going to say, speaking from experience, just do yourself a favor and separate your closets. These are great before and afters of the master closet, but it has been a process to organize their closets, but they've been really great at helping. And the last thing to do with the closets was to get Eunice's drawers organized. So we're trying to fold everything and get it hyper organized in her dressers, because by doing this, we were able to save 3 extra drawers, that smaller dresser, for Derek's things. So this was essential for optimizing the space that they have. And you can see just by doing this, we were able to free up some extra space still by even eliminating the entire smaller dresser. And Eunice said that she's now able to find all of her clothes in here. She knows what drawer to come to. Things aren't getting all messy inside. This is just a quick transformation of the closets that we were able to do in this space, and it looks so good. Before we jump into the final results of Eunice's space, I feel like we need to recap very quickly. This was her space originally. You can see that the shelves are not very organized and they're not very appealing. There's a lot of miscellaneous clothes going on in the clothing rack. There's just a lot of things in boxes that you're just really not sure what it is. It's kind of like she has a system going on, but you're not really sure. And then these are the dressers just piled with blankets and bedding and jackets, and it's just not very functional, and it's not a space that you would want to be. If your job was to come in here and pick out new skincare every day, it's not something that you really want to do. And you can't even access the back closet there because we have the sleeping mat there. We have Derek's clothes in here. We have skincare all over the house. So remember, Eunice and I went through the entire house. We eliminated all of the skincare. We got it out of Derek's room. We decluttered it. We got it really organized. And this was a lot of work, but so rewarding. And then we splurged on her space and we got these beautiful acrylic organizers, the Lazy Susan, and we just really made this a Pinterest worthy space. But we weren't finished yet. There were still a few problems and things that we wanted to improve on before ending the makeover here, but you can see just from these first before and afters, that doesn't actually look like we made any progress. Sometimes that's the during, but we swapped out all of her hangers. It looks so good. And this is where you guys last saw our progress. And this is the final great change we made on my last visit. I called in Jackson again. I needed his muscles, and this is what we will now refer to as the great dresser swap of 2021. Because it is challenging not to drop a single skincare bottle as you're moving these rolling Metro shelves. But you guys, are you ready for this? I feel like you need to take a deep breath because we are about to blow your mind with how good this is going to look. But remember, cleaning as we go. We're cleaning as we go, and we're putting little things underneath all of the legs of dressers and objects that might scrape your floor. Trust me, from experience, you don't want to ruin your floor. So we're actually bringing in that third shelf that I didn't think we needed. Well, It turns out after I came back a week later that we really did need it because Eunice was expanding her skincare very quickly. She got 2 boxes in the mail while I was there in one day. So we knew it wasn't going to work to have 2, so we bought more organizers so that we could give her room for expanding so that she'll still stay organized because this is her job. And what we decided to do was move these things that are not as pretty as skincare. We put those on this back wall so that when you're walking past it, you don't have to see them. Your eyes are drawn to all of the beautiful skincare shelves. You can't always get rid of that furniture that you just need, but maybe it's not so pretty. But you just have to find ways to work around it. And this was one way that we were able to do that. And you can see here, this is what I mean. Her skincare is expanding far past the shelves already. And those creams were stacked like 3 high. So we came back to add more acrylic organizers. And the results are in for the great dresser swap of 2021. This is way better than what we had going on before. We swapped the dressers. We put the skincare wall. It's a whole wall of skincare now, and it looks 1,000 times better. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not done yet. I'm just moving stuff around, but you can come look at it. Okay. Don't trip over the bed.
Oh my
We switched it.
gosh. Oh, it's so much better. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
This side is stuff that it's not like that pretty to look at, but you don't have to see it. Whenever you walk past.
This is the only thing I saw. I was like, wow.
And this is in the middle and you can move it.
Oh,
so
no,
it's like
perfect.
But it makes more sense to be in front of a window.
Right.
And what I'm thinking is that we're going to put all of your skincare across so you have double shelves. So this can be like cleanser, toner, all ample. Generally, I have a rule when I'm organizing a space that when you expand past that space, then you know you have enough for example, your closets. But for Eunice, this is her job, and she's going to keep growing her skincare collection because it's her job. It just looks very different from what some of our jobs might be. So for her, it doesn't make sense to just say, no, you can't have any more because that's just not reasonable for what she needs. So we decided it was better to just add more spaces so that she could continue to grow comfortably and not lose control of it again. And within this, I also wanted to give her space on the very bottom of the shelves so that she could really keep her projects organized that she had coming up. Things that she needed to film, those are all on the bottom of the shelves. Up top, we have her handbags, and in the middle, we have all of her skincare that is very well organized and very inviting. If this were my job, I would much rather prefer looking at the acrylic organizers than the old boxes she was using before. You can see we completely opened up this space just by the great dresser swap. I can't tell you how much better it felt to step into this space as opposed to the earlier space that she was working with. This one was so inviting.
I mean, you guys want to come shopping here or what?
Yeah. It's the best room.
It makes me so
No offense,
happy. It makes me so happy.
It's like a shop.
And I told you before, but it's... It looks like Olive Young, and every time I come here, I'm just so happy, and it's so productive for me because I'm coming here and I'm like, oh, okay, let's talk about, first example, like I want to share brightening ingredients, right? Or like brightening products, and I can just see everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do this.
No more looking under the TV or in your vanity mountain of skincare.
I know. And then if I have dead skin cells, I come here, I'm like, okay, I need to exfoliate my skin. Like, what should I use?
We need to get some like pink velvet chairs, I think.
Ooh, and the film right here. I think everybody will love this background stuff. It's so beautiful.
And it stayed like this over the weeks that I've been gone and like coming and going. Yeah, I'm really proud of you. I mean, there's been some stuff that I've been like, where did this pile come from? But now we contained, mostly it was like work stuff on the bottom, and now it's so much better.
So, and look at my closet too, right? I'm so happy. Each time I open it, I know where everything is. So beautiful.
So much better.
It makes me so happy when I get dressed up and stuff.
I hope that this doesn't grow mountains of items.
I have to be honest with you. Sometimes
와, 여기는
Oh, I know you do. I've seen it.
와, 여기도 엄청 깔끔하다.
장난 아니지.
And this is yours, right? Down
이거-
here? That one's yours.
We have so much space.
And she needs to use
The
the
empty.
box, the empties.
That's gonna be gone soon.
끝. 이게 내 건지도 몰랐어. 너무 깨끗해서.
그치? So he didn't even know that those were his furnitures before because everything looks so clean and stuff.
나란히 있으니까 너무 이쁘다.
Oh, it looks good, right?
And now you don't have to see it whenever you walk past the door. Like
Exactly.
you see the skincare, not this stuff.
Yeah.
This was huge, just swapping them around.
One of the factors I learned was that sometimes you're just kind of you don't want to put that much effort into it because you know it's so much work.
Uh-huh.
But thank God we had Jackson.
Yeah.
I was like,
Jackson did.
well, you're right. Like each time I come in, this is the first thing that I see. It makes me so happy.
이거 산 거야?
이거? 아니야, babe. This is the one we had.
아, really?
It looks so clean, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's a happy camper. I mean, this started off thanks to Derek's request
Yes.
to be skincare
아,
free.
너무 이쁘다.
But it's like I'm the winner.
스트레스.
Yeah.
I hope that a lot of people like.
It's mine.
It's therapy.
Oh my goodness, this worked out beautifully too.
Yeah.
It looks perfect.
For more home makeover videos, you can click here, and thanks for watching.